the analyst desk.
Thank you, Riv. I want to hammer home what Zyrene was saying here. Let's start in picks and bans because, again, we're seeing interesting prioritization from the challenger teams today. In this game here, imagine putting a lot of weight on that first pick, Lulu.
Yeah, big fans of the Lulu-Olaf combination. Saw TSM do it, wanted to go wild in the back line. But the thing is, with the Olaf strategies, he's not a main engaged tank. All of his threat depends on, does he have enough damage, and does the rest of his team, are they behind him with enough damage to force your enemy to run away? If your enemy doesn't have to run away, they just stand like that and focus you down, then the Olaf teams completely crumble.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of saw like how little he did towards like the mid and late game. You know, he like tried to get in there, but then he just got blown up and died. So
you have to hit one of your Gragas ultimates to like separate the team. You have to have some sort of somebody else initiate the fight or break up the fight or something for him to be effective.
Yeah, they didn't have much CC. They had like they had Braum, I think, for their initiation, and I guess Gragas. But that's really not that good of an initiation.
Yeah, you have to like be really good at bowling with those Gragas ultimates to make that happen.
Well, and so then the flip side of this is the fact that Teammate is then able to take Azir in their second rotation and Shen as their last pick. You know, again, when we look at, I mean, you can speak to it, Apollo, how highly those two champions are weighted in the LCS, that they are they're either traded as first picks, they're banned. And here we don't see anything the like. And as you mentioned, the Azir playing a big part in being able to do that sustained damage that was really, you know, threatening. Imagine every time they went for that engage.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was just surprised that like they had Azir, you know, so like you said, second rotation, and then you saw what happened in mid lane. He got the turret. I didn't see what time he got it, like maybe 13 minutes in the game?
It was very early.
Yeah.
It was
pretty early.
It was crushing in CS, and then he was able to get the turret really early.
Like, by himself,
I think it was when he was getting the third blue buff, so it would have been around 13 minutes.
So, I mean, Lulu made the mistake of going to blue buff, gets the turret killed, and then Azir can do whatever he wants with Elise. Go top turret, they got the tier 2, they got wards and then bots of jungle, like, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah. Yeah, I find it very interesting looking at the champion select, knowing that Teammate came out with Alistar, Azir, Shen, three very highly prioritized picks. Tristana, one of the top 80 carries, and Elise, another high priority jungler. So really don't feel like at any point did they have to sacrifice something in a position, you know, over to Imagine. Now, as we move into the game, though, we did see that the gold lead was relatively even for the majority of the game, up to about 40K, only within 1 or 2K at any point. We saw a really interesting sneaky Baron call there from Teammate, which kind of blew the game open from what was somewhat of a stalemate.
Yep. I mean, anytime you have people that can jump the wall and DPS that quickly, the Azir Tristana backing up Elise swapping forms for percentage damage, they took it so quickly. And they were constantly clearing vision in front of it as well, so got kind of hard for Imagine to check it, but they never really made the commitment to make sure they were safe and to protect against that strategy. But I want to kind of go back even to the level 1. I like Teammates' invade. They started this game off on the right foot, catching Imagine off guard. Imagine we're just opening with the standard. We're going to double jungle with our jungler and our top laner. And you know that he gave Gromp experience over to Shen to get level 2 so he can do the second buff faster. And then they come in and they stop here double jungle. And Moon's sitting there like, oh, I'm level 1 Gragas without smite now. This is going to suck. So that kind of messed up their early game for, you know, Moon, who is going to be one of the big early playmakers. Did end up getting fine with experience going back up to the top lane and everything, but Teammate are the ones, you know, sort of dictating the pace of this game from the beginning.
Well, there's a really solid game sense there in Moon's trip back to the top lane to save the dive, the 4v2 dive in the top lane, which you just mentioned is what kind of got him back in XP since both junglers showed up there. So, you know, that's indicative that the game sense is there from the jungler now. Can they, you know, turn that game sense into things like checking Baron at the proper time?
I mean, it could have been a lot worse for them, too. Like we said, he was level 1, had to go to his other side of the jungle, but then he actually got level 2, went top to defend the dive, so it was good that worked out, right? Because they were able to again defend the turret.
It could have been.
It could have been a lot worse, right? So it was good by him, and then it just stalled out. I mean, the game was just stalled out at that point. They did nothing until maybe one team fight. Like, and at Dragon, I'm pretty sure.
They had the interesting team fight at Dragon where Corki picked up the triple kill pretty early in the game, you know, off of kind of that mid-game power. But
and that was mostly due to miscommunication or just their carries not on the same page. Golden Glue and Yan just run opposite directions, and that allows Steelback to just go aggressive and jump right in. I mean, you were talking about on the desk, Apollo, like Azir and Tristana are a great double carry combo because they both have disengage. They can like protect each other. But then Dragonfly like, every man for himself, but they ran different ways. Nian's like, I'm out of here.
And he suicided, unfortunately. But I think like, and then the next team fight, you know, they kind of did the proper way, right? Just defending each other. And so I'm glad that they adapted onto that note. And then, like Steelback did really well in that team fight for sure. He had Trinity Force, you know, 3 triple kill, and then eventually got a Bork off that, or at least a Cutlass. But it stalled out too late, and I think the next, I don't know if they fought before Baron or if it was after Baron.
After Baron in the bot lane was where they got the ace and pushed to win off of that inner turret. So, you know, a pretty sudden victory there for Team 8. But once they secured that Baron, you know, they knew what to do with it. That's some of their veteran status showing through. Well, we're going to step away while Imagine and Team 8 reset for Game 2. We'll be right back with more League action in just a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm tired. I went to sleep after that game.
Now listen here, youngster. You're not tired. You're pumped up. You're ready to win, dude.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's some army shit.
Coming in for Steelback, this could be that cleanup. We were waiting for the fight. That's a double. Could be the triple. Shot goes over the wall.
Get on off, get on off. Peel back, this way, peel back. Yeah, I think he's it. Just kill him, kill him. Peel, guys, peel.
Kill
80, kill him off.
I have shield, shielding.
Chunky's really low, Chunky's really low.
You're looking for the fights here. Here comes the
Oh my word, he doesn't even get to the choke point. He gets taken down by Nian. And Team 8 take down Imagine, the first game of the series.